my friends, welcome to a new reading vlog, and I've got some unfortunate news. This doesn't happen very often, especially not this year, but I am in a bit of a reading slump. I finished a book 4 to 5 days ago, and it was fine. It was a fine book. I gave it like 3 stars, but since I finished it, I haven't picked up anything else, and which I want to. So I'll, look through my entire physical TBR. Nothing called out to me. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to grab a book at random, one that's been on my TBR for a while, and that's going to be what we read for this video. And the book that I chose was The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. So I know extremely little about this book. It's a fantasy trilogy. That's about all I know. That's about all I know. N.K. Jemisin is a very popular author. I've never read anything by her before, so this will be my first go. So we're going to figure out what this is about together. And I know you can see the bookmark. That's just like a placeholder. And the tabs are also a placeholder for like a daily goal. So yeah, let's get to reading. I don't have any plans beyond reading today. I would ideally like to go to the store, but it's like 40 degrees outside, and I hate going to the store. So leaving my apartment plus freezing cold, not a good combo for me. But we'll see, because I do need groceries. But so beyond that, I'd like to play some video games today. I haven't been playing my Switch much. So read The Fifth Season, maybe play some games, and that's it. So let's get to reading and discover what this story is about, because I am curious, because I know, basically nothing. So let's check this out. Let's get to reading. Okay, hi. Time for a bit of an update. I have read 60 pages. I'm on chapter 4. This is so interesting and unique because I've read from, this is multiple POV. So far I've read from 2 POVs, and one of them is told in second person. So it's like, let me pull it up. It's like, so it's like, you are she is you. You are Isun, remember, the woman whose son is dead. You're an Origin who's been living in the little nothing town for 10 years. You've lived an ordinary life as possible. You came to this town from elsewhere. You are well educated. You're not the best teacher nor the worst. So, we are this main character, Isun, who, this first page, her son has been killed, supposedly by her husband. And so obviously she's racked with grief, but a couple days pass, someone comes and visits her, and she's kind of at a loss. Like, her husband's never been violent. I mean, he's not like the friendliest person, but she's like, he's never been violent towards me or the other, or the kids. And her daughter is also missing. And so Isun has, there's not a pronunciation guide, so I'm assuming I'm saying her name right, so just bear that in mind. So she has a special power. She is an Origin, which is like, I haven't gotten to like a big explanation. So it says So she's an origin who's been living in this town for 10 years. Only 3 people know what she is, and 2 of them she gave birth to. So her children know that she has powers, and the other person who knows is the doctor. And so the doctor came to get her, cover up her dead son. And so her husband is nowhere to be found, right? Because he supposedly killed the son. So she's like, Isun is like, I could either stay here and rest, which the doctor is telling me to do, or I could use my powers and go get revenge and get my husband. So she's like, I'm going to get out of bed. So she gets the, equivalent to, the town mayor to walk her to the gate. And so gets to the gate. And there's been rumors about her and her family, and especially her son. Because supposedly the husband killed the son because the son showed that he had the same powers that she did. So, and then as Isun is walking out the gate and her back is turned, one of the guards goes to shoot her with a crossbow. And Isun is able to, sense this and, rips open the ground, and she has, freezing powers. So, pretty cool. And she's like, well, what did you do? What have you done? Now everyone knows. And she basically, destroyed the whole town. So, extremely powerful. And it's interesting because she's 42 years old. So she's not, old, but she's not 20, So, it's been a while since I've read from a character that's not, from their teens to 30. So that's interesting. And then the second POV, I can't tell you much. It's also a girl with powers, and her name I cannot remember. Let's see. Demaya. She has powers. Her parents sold her off to this guy because she's going to ruin the world or something. So so far we have these 2 women with powers. And so now Isun is going to go find her husband and her other kid, because there was never a body found for her other kid. So she's presuming her daughter to be alive. So there's that. So far we just have 2 very powerful women in this story, which love to see. So that's my update, 60 pages in. Can't tell you much beyond that, but I did go and get groceries. Tried to take a nap, didn't sleep any. But so that's that. I'm gonna read some more, do a bit of a reading sprint. Try to make it to page 100. Yeah, and I will catch up with you in a little bit. Hey, so it's the next night. It's Saturday night. Took a little break. Got everything done that I needed to. Just want to do a quick update. I'm on page 116, which is chapter 8. So I've read almost 60 more pages. This book, like how you normally start a new fantasy series, it can be a bit confusing because they're throwing a lot of new words, new terms, new powers, new events that you have to understand. So it is a little bit confusing trying to understand what's going on. But we do have a new character. So we have, what's her name? Isan. We have Isan, who now has a little boy following her, whose name is Hoa. and she says he's weird little kid, but so now she has like a companion on her journey. Then we have Demaya, who is traveling to, I think it's like a school or something, to learn how to like use her powers in the right way. And now I have no idea how to say her name. I'm gonna say Cyanite, which that sounds like cyanide, but it's Syenite. I'm just gonna say Cyanite. So she also has powers. So our three main girls all have powers, and she is like 20-ish, and she is kind of being told to go on this journey to do something with coral, like a coral reef or something. So I'm wondering if her power is water. So we'll see about that. But she has to have like a guardian go with her. And it's this really powerful guy, and they don't really get along. They have to do this really uncomfortable thing together. But yeah, we don't know very little about her. I've only read one chapter with Cyanite. So as of right now, the most captivating POV is Eason, because that's the one that's like in second person. So I'm just really captivated by her POV. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm like 20% of the way through. So it's definitely interesting. I'm excited to see where it's going. It's just intriguing. So just a small update for you. I'm going to go to bed soon. Probably won't read any more tonight. Yeah, but that's that. So tomorrow, my best friend and I are going to a Christmas market. And then we were doing, for our Christmas gifts for each other, we decided to do, you know, those like blind date with the books, where like the book is like gift wrapped and you don't know what book it is. We're doing that for each other, and tomorrow we're going to exchange. So I will probably show you what book she got me. The book I got her was The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I hope she really like it. So that's that. So I'll just show you that tomorrow. Try and film at the market, but probably won't. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready for bed. And I will catch up with you guys hopefully at some point tomorrow. So, hi, we're sitting on the bed. You know what that means. Calypso's here to join us. So a couple things before I get into like 5th season discussion. One thing, big news, I just got a job. Yay! I've been unemployed since the end of August, and it's December now, mid-December, so I don't know how, like, what, so like 5 months I've been unemployed. So I got a job, not gonna tell you where it is or anything, but, so that's exciting. A little bit of a reprieve for me, I guess. So I got that news a few hours ago. And so of course, you know, I went out to treat myself after the good news, because I've been working so hard on getting a job. So I went, and I didn't go book shopping, I went manga shopping. So one of the booksellers who I've talked to before, they were like restocking some of the manga and young adults. So they saw me browsing, and so they gave me recommendations. And so I got 3 volumes. They're all new. So the first one I got, and some of these I cannot pronounce, so I'm sorry. So next, the first one, sorry, is Goku Rakugai. Goku Rakugai. So this one is like, so there's monsters, and they're trying to like defeat them, and like crime fighting. So it just looks, and these characters just look really cool. And I've heard some good things about this one, so I picked that one up. Then another one I can't pronounce is this one. So this one is Kagu Rabachi. So I got this one too. I know less about this one. It's like the dad had 6 swords and he got like murdered. I don't know, but she really, sorry, they really recommended this one. Checking that one out. Then the last one I got, which I've been curious about this one for so long, but I've never picked it up, so I finally did. And people I know online rave about this series, so that is Goodnight Poon Poon. So it looks like silly because like the character is like a ghost or something. But apparently it's like super depressing. So, and you know, it's like wrapped. So, you know, we're in for, there's like a really weird noise outside. Can you hear that? Okay, anyways, so, so we're in for a time. The bookseller was also telling me, they said, it's so dark. So, I don't know which I'm going to start first. I don't know, but that's that. That's my little haul. And then going to the 5th season, I am on page 190, which is chapter 11. So, you know, we have 3 POVs in this book. We've only really read from 2. We've had multiple chapters with 2 of the POVs, which is Isun and Sinai. We've had multiple chapters with them. We've only had 2 chapters with Demaya. So she's probably my least favorite character that we've been introduced to, but I'm sure we'll get more chapters with her coming up. And she just seems, she's the youngest character out of all of them, so I just don't relate to her as much. So we've been learning more in terms of Isun's point of view, learning more about the boy that she kind of picked up and is traveling with, Hoa. Learning more about him, learning more about Isun's powers. They're really just on the road, exploring, trying to find her husband and her daughter, right? And so then Sinai, you know, she's traveling to either like save or destroy this coral reef, and she has a guardian with her who's like super powerful. His name is Alabaster. And we're learning a lot about him, his backstory, his past. And Sinai, she's learning a lot, like, apparently there's these, like, tablets or, like, stone tablets that have, like, the history on them. And so she's like, well, obviously this, because it's on the stone tablets, is obviously correct. And Alabaster is like, no, there's more to history that you haven't been taught. So she's really just having her eyes open to a lot of stuff. It got kind of dark in terms of what Alabaster and Sinai discovered, but I'm really liking her point of view. She's an interesting character. We haven't gotten a lot on her background, but I'm sure that's to come. I've been doing some annotations. I've been trying to annotate more, but I'm still kind of learning. Oh, and I forgot to tell you. So, you know, yesterday, it's been like 2 days. Yesterday, you know, my best friend and I went to the Christmas market. And so I got a couple things. I'll try and remember to show you in a little bit. And, you know, we did those blind date with a book things. We did that for each other. She really liked what I got her. And I'm so excited for what she got me. Number one, well, I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to have to wait and see. But she got me some really cool stickers, and I'm really interested in the book that she got me. So I'll try and remember to show that, no promises, in a little bit. And then I also want to either play video games or work on my Lego. I'm leaning more towards video games. But I'd like to reach page, like 300 at some point soon. And then I'll update you around then. It doesn't, like, so much has happened, but we're only on page, like, 190. So this is how far I am. I'm right here. So we have this much left. So sorry for the lengthy update, but we had a couple of things to talk about. So that's everything I have to tell you now. I won't be discussing the manga in this video. I might do a manga reading vlog in, maybe, if people are interested in that, just so I can talk about manga. But that's it. That's all I have for you. So I am going to go do something. I don't know if I'm going to read right now or video games or whatever, but I will catch you later with some sort of an update. Hi. So it has been almost 6 days since I recorded that last clip. Some job stuff happened. Ended up going in to work for 2 days. I went in Thursday and Friday. Today is Sunday. So I go back to work tomorrow. I haven't read hardly anything, honestly. I have about 150, 175 pages left of the 5th season. So since today is Sunday and it's my last free day before a full work week, the only day I'm off is Christmas Day. I want to finish it today. So that's my hope, that's my goal. Because it's definitely ramping up, the excitement and the tension. I'm still waiting for all of these 3 characters to meet. They haven't met yet. So that's interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to, or if it will be a thing in the next book. But we're really just, I haven't read anything since I last updated you. It's really just these women are trying to figure out their powers and what is going on around them. And it's like everyone is out to get them. So they're not having a good time. But I have a little bit left. So I do have quite a few things to do today. But right now, book club is having reading sprints. So I'm going to try and take part in that. And then when I finish it, I will come back and update you because I am really enjoying it so far. It's either going to be like a 4.5 or 5 star. Just going to go ahead and tell you. So good. So I'm going to try and do some reading and I'll be back in probably a couple hours. Okay, I have to stand up for this because N.K. Jemisin has just played me. I'm going to say this, and I know it's only book 1. It's only book 1. There's 2 more to go. This might be my favorite fantasy series of all time. I said it. I don't know. And oh my, okay. This might be my top read of the year. It just might be. I finished it. It's done. So, oh my gosh. That was so good. Like, I was enjoying it, but, like, the last 10-20%, I could not put it down. I read those last, like, 175 pages in one sitting. I'm like at a loss for words of how good that was. Like, I know people have talked about this very with high praise, but I don't know. Okay, stop freaking out. Okay, so I'm going to do a non-spoiler section, and then I have to talk about it. So there will be a spoiler section too, but. So, this is the non-spoilers, so, how do I even talk about it, though? Okay. So, there were so many plot twists and big reveals with each character, and things did start to come together, right? So, we had our 3 separate characters, and I was like, well, when are they going to start coming together? When are they going to meet? Things happened. And so, with Demaya, our youngest character, right? She was at the school and discovered something with a person that came in from the outside, something she shouldn't have, and the administration was like, hey, is this weird thing calling to you? Is it speaking to you from the void? She's like, what? And so that's kind of where we left off with her, without the spoilers. And so then Cyanide, she was brought to this place to work on the coral reef, right? So she goes to do that, and an obelisk comes out of the ground, and everyone's like, oh my gosh. And so, I'm still a bit confused on whether or not the obelisk are good or bad. I think they're bad, but I don't know. So anyways, and there's these creatures or people called stone eaters, which are so cool and a little bit creepy. I like those people a lot. It's an interesting concept. And so her and Alabaster, the guardian that she's with, they have to fight somebody, and then because of what happened with the obelisk, they have to escape. And so they go to an island, and then stuff happens there. And so then Isan, she, with Hoa, the little boy, they're still looking for her husband and her daughter, right? And so they get another lady to come with them, and they go to this relatively new town, and they're just asking questions, and then huge reveals at the end, and then the book ends, right? Cliffhanger. So I know that was very vague, but it's so hard to talk about this without getting into the major twist, which is what had me so excited, because I've never seen this done before. So it's obviously a 5-star. It's December 21st. I don't know how many more books I'm going to read until by the end of the year, 1 or 2 maybe. I feel like this might be my top book of the year. Spoiler alert for my wrap-up coming soon. It was just so beautifully written, so well done. It was so easy to read, and of course with every new fantasy series that you pick up, it's going to be a bit confusing in the beginning because of all the new concepts and words and just things you don't know. And so of course it was confusing, but the characters were so strong and so well written. It was so easy to read. That didn't take away from anything at all. So I can't believe I waited so long to read this. I don't have the second one. So next year we will pick up the second one. So that's it. I'm going to go into spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, I'll put a spoiler text. But yeah, let's get into spoilers. Okay, spoilers. Oh my gosh. Demaya, Cyanide, and Isan are the same person. They're the same person. This whole time, it's the same lady. So, Demaya was when she was a young preteen, a teenager. Cyanide was when she was my age, a mid-20s girl. And now we're following her in the present as Isan. So she has lived. She's just changed her name out of necessity. So this whole time I thought it was 3 different characters. And when are these characters going to meet? When is everything going to converge? It never would have, because it was the same girl. I need to go. Okay, sorry. I had an alarm go off and it shut off the recording. So I need to go to N.K. Jemisin's house and give her a gift. I don't know. I've never seen this done before, where when you think there's multiple POVs, it's literally the same person, just in different phases of her life. What? So, oh my gosh. Okay, so that happens, and then at the end of the book, Isan, she's looking for her husband and her daughter, right, in this new town, and so one of the like townsfolk is like, hey, Isan, someone's here to see you. He says he knows you. It's not your husband, but there's this guy. She was like, well, what's his name? He said, I think he said his name was Alabaster. Oh, and by the way, Alabaster got literally pulled underneath the ground by a stone eater. So she's like, he's alive? Okay. So she goes, and Alabaster is like missing all of his limbs and is like half turned to stone. And he's like, hey, let's awaken your powers and destroy the world, basically. And that's where the book ends. So I was just like, oh my gosh, so much happened in this last like 15-20%. I don't know, but it was so good. Like, I could not stop. So 5 stars, very obviously. Top read of the year, potentially, probably. We'll see. I gotta sit on it for a little bit, but I don't know. There's not much I can say besides that. The 5th season, surprisingly, shockingly, blew my mind. So that's the 5th season. And I'm just going to end the vlog here on a super, super high note, because what even was this? A masterpiece? I think so. So I'm going to end the video here while I try and recover from everything. So thank you so much for watching me like completely have a brain melt over the ending of this book. But that's the 5th season. That's the only book for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and my end of year wrap up will be coming probably like first week of January or something around there. We'll see where this lands. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta recover. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Check out this book for yourself. I mean, if you enjoy fantasy, I mean, check it out. I'm so excited to pick up the second one next year. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.